Hello everyone, this is Jainam Patani. I'm gonna be your today's tutor, and yeah, today we'll be creating one game. The name of the game is Monkey Catching Banana. There will be a monkey, it will be catching banana, it will be avoiding stones, and it will be catching hearts too. So let us start with the introduction of this platform. What's the name of this platform? The name of the platform is Scratch. Okay. In this left section, if you see, this is known as toolbox because it contains lots and lots of tools. The middle section is known as workspace. Over here, we'll be putting all the codes. Whatever the code we have put, suppose I put move 10 steps. So I'll be seeing its output over here in the extreme right section, which is known as stage. If you see, yeah, my cat is moving 10 steps. If I want to delete these codes, I'll be simply dragging it and I'll be putting it over here. Yeah. Suppose I want to add characters. For example, if I want to delete it, I'll be clicking on this bean. I want to add more characters. In Scratch language, these are known as sprites. So we'll be we'll be addressing it with the word sprite. We'll be clicking on it, and now I want monkey. Okay, I got it. Banana, it's over here. Rock, okay, and one heart. Okay, perfect. I'll be also adding one background. The background, I think the perfect background would be, let me search for it. Perfect background for this will be this forest. Yeah, okay, let's make this size of the heart as 50 or 40, size of the rock as 50, size of the banana as 60, and size of monkey as 50. I'll be putting my monkey over here. Okay, first let us write code for monkey. So basically over here I'll be moving my monkey leftwards and rightwards. Okay, I'll be also assigning it position so that whenever the game starts, my monkey should be present over here. So I'll be starting with when green flag clicked. I'll be assigning it a position, so I'll be putting go to. So their position has been assigned. If I change its position and click on green flag, the position will be over here. Okay, perfect. Now if I want it to move leftwards, rightwards, this is a continuous process. So I'll be putting a forever loop. Forever loop, what is a forever loop? Okay, forever loop is a loop in which whatever code we put will run forever, like no end, infinite, until and unless we click on red flag. Red flag is this one. Okay, over here I'll be putting two if condition, 1 2. Why? Because we'll be moving leftwards and rightwards. I'll be putting touching key space pressed if left, okay, right and left. So now moving rightwards and leftwards is horizontal movement. So basically I'll be changing my horizontal axis, and which one is my horizontal axis? It's x-axis. So I'll be changing my x-axis. Okay, if I wanna move rightwards, I'll be changing my x by positive number, and if I wanna move leftwards, I'll be changing my x by negative number. So let's do it. I'll be changing my x over here by positive 5 and over here negative 5. Let's see how is it working. I think it's working perfectly, but I think it's slow, so I'll make it 8 and minus 8. Okay, now I think it's perfect. Now what do we want? Now I want to write a code that this banana should appear randomly over here. So let's go to banana's code. Okay, let's start writing the code that whenever green flag is clicked, I'll be assigning it a position, go to. Okay, I'll be putting it over here. Okay, what's the issue? Okay, I put it over here. I am saying that I want the y-axis, that means I want this banana to appear at this side. But, 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 I don't want it to appear at the same position. I want it to appear randomly in x-axis. Suppose so somewhere over here. So I'll be simply putting random operator. Pick random, and over here I'll be putting minus 200 to 200. What does this mean? Minus 200 means over here, 200 means over here, so it will appear randomly from this position to this position. Let's see how is it working. Okay, y position it's minus 31. Let's make it 165. Now let's see it's working so perfectly. Now what do I want? Now it is I'm done with assignment of position. Now I want it to move downwards, so I'll be simply putting a forever loop. I'll be changing my y-axis this time, because y-axis vertical movement, vertical axis. So change y by, of course, negative number. If I'm going upwards, then I'll be changing my y by positive number. If I'm going downwards, then I'll be changing my y by negative number. Let's see how is it working. Okay, it's going downwards. Okay, now it has stopped. I want it to be a continuous process, that whenever it touches this edge, I want it to go back to this position again. So I'll be putting an if condition, that if I'll be putting an is equal to operator, because I'll be saying if my x position gets to, what's the y position over here? Minus 187. So whenever my y position gets to minus 187, okay, I have to go to motion and I'll be putting y position over here. Whenever my y position gets to minus 187, I want it to go back to this position again. So I'll be simply duplicate it. Instead of writing the tool code again. Okay, I think this is working perfectly. Okay, this is moving a bit slower, so let's make it minus 9 to make it a bit difficult. Okay, I think this is perfect. Or minus 10. Yeah, this is perfect. Now what do I want? Whenever this banana touches the monkey, or whenever this monkey touches the banana, I want my score to increase. So I'll be making a score variable. So I'll be going to variables. I'll be making a variable score. Now what is variable? Variable is a container in which we can store a value. Okay, score is a container, 0 is the value. Whenever the game starts, whenever green flag is clicked, I want to set my variable as 0. So whenever the game starts, my variable will be 0. Set my score to 0. Also, since this is a continuous process, I am putting a forever loop. Over here, I'll be putting a condition that if it touches monkey, then what? Then of course I'll be increasing my score, right? So I'll be just saying, if it is touching monkey, then I'll be increasing my score by 1 or maybe 10. Let's do it 10. Change my score by 10. Let's see how is it working. Okay, score is increasing, but it is increasing by not 10, might be 100, 200. That is because it isn't hiding after touching it. So again I'll be saying, after increasing the score, go back to this position. Now see, okay, now it's working perfectly. Now we are done with this small thing. Can we put some sound effect? Yes, why not? So we'll be putting a sound effect over here. So first I'll be going to sound, and I'll be just saying play sound bite. So it will be working like this way. Perfect. Now what do I want? Now I'll be writing a code for my rocks. Okay, so basically this monkey has to avoid this rock. If it touches the rock, then the health will be decreased. So I'll be making a health variable. Okay, first let's put an animation to this rock. So first let's assign it as a position. I'll be putting it over here. When green flag clicked, go to this position. Again I'll be putting a random operator because I want it to appear randomly. Okay, randomly at which axis? X-axis, of course. So over here I'll be putting minus 200, and over here I'll be putting 200. Now since this is a continuous process, then forever loop. After putting a forever loop, I want it to go downwards, so I'll be changing my y-axis by negative number. So change y by -12. Okay, the rock has stopped over here. So again I'll be putting if condition. If condition what? Whenever my y position gets to what? Okay, let's say whenever my y position gets to -172, whenever my y position gets to -172, so what I'll be doing is I'll be again saying that go back to this position, go back to this position, nothing else. So I have created an animation over here. Okay, this is working so perfectly. Now I'll be creating another variable which is health. I'm done with creating a health variable. So basically how do I want? Whenever the game starts, I want my health to be 100. So whenever green flag is clicked, I'll be setting my health to what? Of course 100, right? Now what? Since this is a continuous process, I'll be putting a forever loop. Okay, in this forever loop, I'll be saying that if it is touching what? If it is touching monkey. If it is touching monkey, then what? Then of course my health will be decreasing, right? Not heart, it's monkey. So I'll be changing my health by -25. -25. Okay, this is going perfect. Let's see how is it working. Okay, working perfectly. Again I'll be saying that go back to this position, and I'll be playing some sound. Start sound this pop. Perfect. Now what I want is, okay, first let's come to this afterwards. Let's write code for this heart. So same code again, I'll be assigning it as a position. Okay, over here when green flag clicked, I'll be assigning it a position go to. Again a random operator, -200 to 200. Now what do I want? Again a forever loop. Why? Because this is a continuous process. I'll be changing my y by negative number. Why? Because I want it to go downwards. I'll be changing my y by -1 because I want it to go downwards slowly and slowly. Now let's see. Okay, now it will take a lot of time to go downwards. I'll make it -10. Okay, it has stopped over here. The y-axis is -187. So I'll be putting an if condition that hey, if my y-axis gets to -187, then go back to this position. But what gets to -187? Y-axis. So I have to write down this, and now again go back to this position. I'll be putting it over here. I'll be deleting rest of it perfectly, but I don't want this to go so fast to it, so I'll be putting -1 over here. Now what I'll be doing it? Now what do I want is whenever this monkey touches the heart, or whenever this heart touches the monkey, I want my health to get 100. So what I'll be doing is when green flag clicked, set, okay, again a forever loop, again an if condition. In this if condition I'll be telling if it is touching what? If it is touching monkey. If it touches monkey, then set my scope. Set my score or health. Set my health to 100. And also go back to this position. And we can put some cheer sounds. So let's get that sound. Cheer. Let's put it. Play sound cheer. Okay, let's see how it's working. Okay, it's a bit slower, so I'll make it -110. Working so perfectly. Now what do I want? Now I'll be writing a code that when the game ends, so whenever my health gets to 0, my game will end. So I'll be writing a code that hey, when green flag clicked, forever loop because this is a continuous process. I'm putting a condition that hey, if my health gets to zero, if my health gets to zero, I'll be putting a variable health over here. Then what? Then of course I'll be broadcasting game over. Game over. And what else? I broadcasted game over. Now computer will get a message of game over, but computer doesn't know that what to do when it receives this message game over. So we'll be telling computer that when you receive game over, then what? Then you have to play some sound. Okay, so I'll be getting one sound, loose sound. I'll be just playing it sound, start sound loose. I'll be just putting up a message that game over. Game over. And yeah, I'll be stopping everything. So I'll be just going to control and stop other scripts in Sprite. Okay, similarly I'll be stopping over here. So when I receive game over, stop other scripts in Sprite. Stop other scripts in Sprite. I'll be just copying it and pasting it to monkey and banana. Let's see how is it working. Okay, heart is so fast. We'll make heart as -1. Now we'll run the game. Now I don't want to touch this heart. Okay, this is working so perfectly. I hope you understood all the code, all the concept and all the logic, and I also hope you have enjoyed this lecture. So yeah, this is Jainam Patani signing off.